Okay, let's see if this works. This is the Will You Snail development stream with a little bit of different streaming settings. So I hope this stream doesn't break down. We'll see in a sec. I'll wait for the image to appear. And of course, I've got my streaming gear. Okay, looks like we've got an image. That's nice. Hi, XCat. You're the only one in the chat so far. That's nice because then it's very relaxing and chill. Doesn't matter that much if I mess up. Can keep experimenting with my streaming gear a little bit. But before it gets too cringy, let's... Oh no, there are more people in the stream. Oh no, now I need to be more careful what I do. Hi guys, I was just experimenting with my streaming gear, of course. Hi Crappy Poppy Crap. Hi Link to the Future. Hi Mr. Duckhorn. We will do a little bit of Will You Snail development today. And maybe some other stuff, we'll see. So yeah, cool that you're here. Cool that you made it. Benjamin Pancake. No, this is not my first stream, but it definitely looks like it, huh? I think this is my third or fourth stream, something like that. Yeah. So we've got to figure out what we do today. Let's just get right into that, shall we? How do we do that again? Haha! Now you can see my screen. That's awesome. Let me open Photoshop real quick. We'll need that today. We'll do quite a bit with that because we've got to compare screenshots. Do you want to see my streaming setup? It looks absolutely... You'll see when I show it to you. 8 viewers, that's pretty good. I think I never managed to get 8 viewers that quickly. So pretty cool. Hope I'll be able to keep up with the chat. Usually I'm pretty slow with reading all of that stuff. Usually I'm not all that good at that. And my screens are super far apart from each other, so that makes it even more difficult. Let me show you what I mean. Hey everybody, hey Tabile, hey Mr. Duck. Thanks for joining. So I have this little camera here so I can grab it and show you how this looks. Oh god. So you can see, oh it's difficult to aim. All of this is standing on my standing desk, which I hope all of this doesn't fall over. Looks super unstable. And basically those screens are super far apart from each other and there's a shitload of light in my face, so I can't really see anything. That's why I have to wear sunglasses, in case you were wondering. Q&A is fine, just ask your questions if you have any questions. You can ask them, I will answer them if I can. How old am I? It's a little embarrassing that I have to think about that. I'm 23 years old. Yeah, boy. Hey, Schlingelkorn, have I already said hi to you? Don't know. I don't play Fortnite. Sorry. At the moment I play a lot of Heroes of the Storm, not necessarily because it's a super good game, but just because I can play it with my friends and it's kind of my social hangout activity. Other than that, I don't play a lot of games at the moment, honestly. Yeah, so until there are any new questions, let's write down what we need to do today, what the challenge of today's stream is. I think I'll be streaming for about 3 hours, might be a little longer, might be a little shorter, but about 3 hours is what you can expect. What I want to get done is I want to work on Will You Snail. what we need to do is we need to bring back the craziness. Wow, I'm writing with white. That's very good. Because the new style looks very good, but some of the craziness got lost, so we need to bring that back. Cheaper to GPit. Why do you all have so complicated names? Hi, thanks for joining the stream. 10 viewers watching, yeah. We're almost breaking new records, that's amazing. How I programmed the AI. Actually, it's a super stupid AI. The only thing it does, it pretends like you keep moving in the direction you're moving. So if you press to the right, it just pretends you keep going to the right for about half a second. And it just calculates that in advance where you'll be in half a second if you don't change your direction, and that's where it spawns obstacles. So it's a very stupid AI, but it doesn't feel that stupid when you play against it. Who does still play Heroes of the Storm in 2018? My friends, apparently. And honestly, it's not a super bad game. It's quite enjoyable. I preferred playing StarCraft, but I don't like playing it alone. So. Oh hey Tim. Oh no, now I need to try even harder. Tim Ruswick's in the chat, so better get up my hardcore streaming gear. I actually recorded a video with Tim last week that will be out tomorrow on Monday. That's actually why I'm streaming right now, because this is my standard upload schedule. There's no upload today, but there will be an upload tomorrow. I've been editing that video today. It's turning out pretty awesome. It's a great hook for a game though, the AI. Yeah, that's cool. I agree. So we want to bring back the craziness to the style of Will You Snail. Sorry, it's so hard to keep up with the chat at the same time. I'm super not used to that. And my hair looks a little messy, but who cares? Yeah, Billy, my channel is growing pretty quickly. I'm pretty happy with that. Then one thing I want to do as well today is bring back the AI representation. If you remember, a couple of versions ago, we had that AI that was in the room and that taunted you whenever you died, and that smiled whenever you got killed. I want to bring that back, and hopefully that helps to give the game a little more uniqueness in terms of how it looks. So those two. What else did I want to do? I think those are probably the main parts. Oh yeah, the snail. Some of you said that the snail doesn't quite fit the game, the style anymore. I don't know if I necessarily agree, because the snail is so tiny and small. It's pretty hard to tell if it fits the style or not. Let me show you what I mean. I've got the game right there. Let's all get to the same page. I hope this works. Hey, SL3NE. I'll just spell your names out. So this is how the... Is this too loud, by the way? Wait a sec. Where's my mouse here? Let me turn that down a little bit. Can you hear me? Right, yes, if you can hear me. Perfect. yeah, so that's how the game looks. By the way, that reminds me, we did a little music jam on the Discord server yesterday. I wanted to show you the results of that as well. If you didn't know, we have a little Discord server with a couple of people. Link to that should be in the description of the stream if you want to join. It's nothing special really, it's just a little hangout. And yesterday we decided to do a little music jam. How that works is like this. Let me show you. Basically, I had one participant, which was already great. But I guess there will be more next time. A couple of people just didn't have the time to participate who wanted to. So I think this is a pretty cool thing. Maybe we can do this with other topics as well. The thing we did this time was each of us submitted 3 samples that we created. Hey, Siandi Sauce. Snails are awesome, Tims. I agree. Yes. I don't think it looks bad. No, it doesn't look bad. Just compared to what I had earlier, a lot of the craziness kind of went away, because before that it was super colorful and crazy. Don't know if you've seen that look. I mean, I can see if I find a screenshot later. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to bring back into the new style. So I want to keep the new style. I think the new style is a lot better, but I'd like to get a little bit of that craziness back, and I'd like to get the AI representation back. And maybe we can find a way to do both at the same time. Maybe if we do the AI, a giant big face in the background or something like that. And yeah, the snail sprite, that's a little lower priority. We'll see about that one. So here are the samples we made music with. Each of us, me and Good Pixels, submitted 3 samples. First one is a sample from Will You Snail.
I'm too smart for you, give up.
Can you hear that? Maybe, wait, I'll turn that up a little bit again. Meep, 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 meep. Meep, meep, okay.
I'm too smart for you, give up.
Then, I think this was a sound from Oversnova. And this one I recorded yesterday for the jam. And Good Pixels submitted these 3 sounds right here. So just a standard pew synthesizer sound. This one here, which is a little bit of a longer synthesizer sound. And this one here, which is actually my favorite one. And then we took 90 minutes, so the 2 tracks you're about to hear took 90 minutes to make, and you can see if you can find some of the samples I showed you in the tracks. Yeah, this style is more AI-ish, that's right. And it also, I think, due to all of the red tones, it looks a lot more difficult. So it doesn't fool people into thinking it's an easy game or something like that. I think it communicates what the game is quite well. I just think it needs a little more distinguishability. And with the snail, I have the same problem you have with your little tiny character. I mean, how do you create an interesting silhouette with a super tiny sprite like that? It's just pretty difficult. Neil Reckon, hi. Welcome to the channel. So this is, let's start with the track Good Pixels made. He used the sample of the snail pretty well. Is Good Pixels here actually? No, he isn't. Maybe he'll come later.
I'm too smart
Yeah, pretty amazing, huh? Good Pixels created that in 90 minutes. I'm absolutely amazed by that. And it keeps getting better. By the way, Good Pixels has a music channel as well. Maybe you can find him if you enter Good Pixels music or something like that in the search bar. You should find him. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it's pretty good. Let's keep listening to it. Actually fits the game really well. It's a really good track. Let's listen to mine. Let's see what I created. I definitely used this one here. This sample quite a bit, and also this is my favorite. I'd also love to make a music making stream someday, but it's so difficult because Cubase shuts down all of the audio from my PC, so I can't really stream it. But here's the result. Let's listen to it.
Smart for you, give up. For you, give up.
Yeah, that's right. So that's it for the music jam. If you want to participate in the next one, you can join the Discord. Now we'll get into game development, so sorry for that. Those tracks, by the way, were not meant as soundtracks for the game. They were really just projects we did for fun. My track was a little more chill. I think the one from Good Pixels has a really nice build-up. Gets better and better the longer you listen to it. Wow, 16 people watching, and my voice is already starting to fade away. That's a very good sign. NFV5 NA. Please get better names. My God. Okay. So I think I could use some water, and I don't keep my water next to my desk anymore because when I recorded the video with Tim last week, I spilled water all over my desk. That wasn't fun. So my water's back there. 1 sec. Gotta keep that as far away as possible from from my equipment. Okay, so now the questions, what do we actually do about the AI representation and about the craziness we want to have in the game? How do we bring that back? How does the snail need to look? And what I always do when I work on the game is I constantly take screenshots, so let's do just that. Let's take a screenshot. Bap. And let's bring that into Photoshop. So now we have our starting point, and our goal for this session is to make the final image look better than this one. Will we be able to pull that off? We'll see. Hopefully with your help, with your ideas, because how do we bring the AI back into that? How do we bring the AI representation back to that? I've tried putting it into the background. Maybe we can look at some of the older screenshots. Let me try to pull some of them up. Will You Snail? Yeah, here we got some of them. Look at that. That was how the game looked a while ago. So we have this giant smiley face AI representation in the background. I think, I'm not sure that would fit into that style though. Imagine a giant smiley face in the background here. I mean, okay, it would be crazy. I mean, we can try it. But I'm not sure it's crazy enough, you know? Then, wait, do we have more? More old screenshots? Here we have a really old one. This is how the first prototype looked. So you can see it looks a lot crazier. It doesn't have the same amount of polish. So as I've said, I want to keep the polish of this style, but I want to have a little more of the craziness from this style and from this style. Yeah, maybe he just covers the entire screen. Maybe, I mean, now I already closed the folder, but whenever the AI was talking, there was also very big and disruptive text right in the center of the screen. Kind of like subtitles, but really in your face in the center of the screen, that showed what the AI was saying. So maybe just put the AI super disruptive right in your face whenever you die. That would be a funny solution as well, I think. Good point. I mean, we can try to imagine how that could look. Let's try putting something into the background. Just to imagine this. Oh my god, no. What am I even doing? I mean, it's not horrible. Or is it? Hey, Extreme. Welcome to the party. Oh, it would be really funny if it was moving around like that.
You'll never beat me.
Might be a little overkill. And I don't know how to do that. How could we do that? We would probably have to animate it. Maybe it should just appear at random positions in the level and be like... The cat of Alice in Wonderland, yeah. There are actually cats in my game. In the third level, the AI starts spawning cats and tries to kill you with cats. I've already coded that. Maybe that would bring the craziness back. What do you think? So that's option number 1. Also what Tim suggested, right in your face. Just something like that whenever you die? How about that? My cat tries to kill me every day, I'm sold. I just, where is minimum? I want to have this in the background, come on. Ah, it's the wrong layer, sorry. Let's combine those two. Now, let's see, tag. How can we bring that into the background? I guess there is a way. Yes, that's awesome. Okay, let's do a little vote. Which one should we try first? We have 3 options. We have right in your face in front of everything else. We have in the background, and we have that crazy one that appears in random locations in the level and just laughs at you. Which one should we try first? Random background or foreground? I really like that one as well. But I think the benefit of making it really large is that you can't miss it. It stands out a bit more if you look at a small screenshot. If you look at a small screenshot of the game, you can't really miss it, and you're wondering what the hell is this giant face. And yeah, that's probably what I'm going for. Or is the craziness factor a bit bigger for making it appear at random positions? What do you think? I need an answer. Where are you all? All 13 of you. In a random square. That's also an idea. But that would mean it would be pretty small. No, I want to move this one. Thank you. I mean, I always imagine scrolling through a Twitter feed or something like that and seeing a screenshot. I think this might not be the effect I'm going for. It's really hard to see on the blocks. Maybe, I mean, of course, I mean, I could give it a different style that stands out a little more. Hi, lol! Very good comment. Thank you. I'm very happy you're here as well. Where is this? Okay, now I managed to make it really pixelated because I scaled it around so much. But I think this is more of the effect I'm going for. So I'll probably try to either get it right in your face or in the background. And I think that's something we can change up pretty easily once we got it into the game. So let's try that. So next question, should we try to go for a weird hand-painted crinkly style like that, or should we try to go for a little more clean style? I'm thinking maybe we should try something a little more crazy, something a little more like this, because the rest already looks pretty clean, and this might be a fun way to break this up a little bit. You all agree? Great! Then let's do it. So I think this one isn't all that bad. It looks kind of crazy. And the game has a lot of post-processing on it anyway, so it will look even better in game. Let's just try to make something like this. I'll do it in white because I can change the color of that in engine. And we'll just get this in as a very placeholdery thing and see how it looks. And then we can animate it if it looks okay. What are you doing? A promotional picture? Yeah, that reminds me of something. We should absolutely do a promotional picture. Where's Comic Sans? Actually, no, I'm not working on a promotional picture. I'm just trying to find a solution for the AI representation in the game. But let's have some fun. Let's just add all of the effects there are always. Flare, of course. Oh no, not possible. What a pity. Tree. What is tree? Sure. Okay. What does pinch do? Ah, whatever. Why do all of these filters take that long? Stylize. Maybe a little bit of tiles. Perfect. Here we go. That's our promotional image. Let's export that real quick. Actually, it turned out surprisingly well. You would buy it. Oh, hey, Wrecking Dan. Yeah, just Just peek in however long you want. Pure gold. Ah, yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm bad at reading. Thanks. So let's save that in image library, Photoshop images, fun art. Will You Snail promotion. Awesome. Okay, let's add a little bit of extra detail to our awesome smiley face. Whatever, just some color. Then let's create a clipping mask. Do you think it looks better with or without the snail inside the eye? I mean, the game's called Will You Snail, so Picasso would learn so much here, it's unreal. Let's try something different for the eyes. Create clipping mask. What if we just do normal eyes? I mean, the eyes could follow the snail as well. I think that would probably be one of the best case scenarios if the eyes just follow the snail. If we decide to do that, maybe it looks better without the eyes. I like that one as well. Let's keep that one. Okay, let's actually see how those look in game. I have absolutely no idea. Save as PNG in image library, photoshopped images, game art. Let's make a new folder. And we have the date 18/8/26. Sure. Will You Snail? And then let's save smiley. Sorry, it's not a smiley, it's an AI. So obvious, can't you see it? It's right in front of your eyes. And let's save that one as well. AI1 and AI2. All right. Oh, game's still open. Yeah, maybe it switches between a lot of different crazy styles for the eyes. That would be cool as well. The crazier, the better. Yeah, actually, it should be relatively easy to bring that into game. We just click Create Sprite, Import. Then we go to Image Library. Images, Game Art, Will You Snail. That always takes so much focus to just click through those folders. Do you know that? Or do you have that as well? Where you just really need to focus just to click through the folders correctly. So this is for AI1. Let's make another. Nice. Now we just go into our level and create a new layer, and we use an asset layer. Where's asset layer? Here, asset layer. And we call that one AI test. Sure, GameMaker, no spaces, sorry about that. Now I can't select it. I love GameMaker, it's such an amazing program. Does always exactly what you want. Sure, click rename then. AI test. Then we can just grab the sprite. Et voila. So let's try in front of everything first. Let's see how that looks. One of one LSD. That's a good rule. Yeah, I forgot. It should probably have some kind of color. How do we give it color? Yeah, guess I'll have to make an object then. Maybe I should start cleaning this all up and sorting it into folders, but no, I'm too lazy. So for the color, let's go with orange for now. Maybe we can give it a little bit of a wiggle animation while we're at it. For that, I just say, make a new variable, time, set it to 0. And then in the step event, I can add 1 to time. So time is just a variable that increases all the time. Huh. And then I just say image x scale equals scene time divided by 10 times 0.2 plus 1. Image y scale equals image x scale. Isn't that great? New layer, instance layer. I already have a layer for the AI representation. I don't need that one. We still have the old AI representation. Does it actually still do something? Does it still work? The flowy crazy face. We can definitely get some inspiration from that. Good idea. But flowy looks pretty evil, right? Or do I... Hey, where's the AI? I can't see it. Well, whatever. Let's just put in our new one. Excuse me. Here we go. Put it in the front. And then we can take a screenshot and oh no. Okay, so we're starting to get there. I just have to put the median point into the center here as well. Okay, let's take a screenshot. So now this is oh, did I move that screenshot? Seems like it. So here we got how the game looked when we got started. Here's how it looks now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's try in the background. What do you think? There's some weird particles in front of it, I know. But looks crazy to me. So now if I imagine scrolling through a Twitter feed or something like that and seeing that, I would probably be wondering, what the hell is this? What do you mean, link to the future? It needs to be less flashy, yeah. At the moment, you can't really tell the difference between the AI and the background. I don't really like that either. Good point. Let's try to put it over the background pattern, and let's reduce the opacity. We can do that with one simple line. Just write image alpha equals 0.3. Let's see how that looks. How's that? So what I like to do in situations like that where it's really just about tweaking a value, I'll just randomize it. Let's just go with random 1. So we have a random alpha value, and then let's also go with a random color. For that we just do make color HSV, and then we just write random 255, random 255, random 255. So now we get a random opacity with a random blend mode, and we can just look at a lot of versions without having to change the numbers manually. Oh, that's kind of creepy. Can you see that? I think the last one was... Are you talking about this one, Link to the Future, or were you talking about the last one? I kind of missed that. Ha. Ha. Ah, that one looks good. Let's take a screenshot of that. I like that. It would be cool if it had a little more, maybe if it had 2 colors, would be a little cooler. Yeah, most of the colors don't really fit. Yeah, due to the delay, I have absolutely no idea which one you're talking about. Maybe if we do that, we should give them numbers or something like that, so you can tell me which number you liked. Let's take one more screenshot. Maybe this one. So one of the problems we have as well now is we don't really know which color that was and which opacity. But I kind of like this one. It looks pretty. It looks creepy, and at the same time it looks kind of crazy and funny. Number 2300 or 23,719 was nice. Not sure which one that was. I personally like this one. Let's compare that to what we had before. I mean, you think you see this face when you scroll through this? Probably, right? So let's try to get a style similar to that one. I think this is probably a pretty low opacity, and it's probably some kind of purple for the color. So maybe we can try to narrow it down a bit. Let's go for 0.1 opacity and then purple. Which hue is purple? Probably about 220 or something like that. Saturation, of course. Value, of course. Let's see. Let's give it a bit more opacity. No! Oh my god. No. What do you mean? If it has green, yellow. I'm doing the math for you. Hold on, okay. Okay, but I mean, this is more or less the effect that we wanted. And also, it's pretty funny because it looks so different on the two screens I have. I see the same on two screens now because I have OBS open on the second one, and on my main screen I don't even see all of the red squares that are moving in the background. I just see black in the background, but on this screen I can see the red squares that are moving around in the background. I actually think it looks better when you can't see them, or when you can just very barely see them. Yeah, you can see them too, yeah. It's probably my weird screen. This animation drives me crazy. Stop it. Oh my god. So you think it should go more into the red-yellow direction? Or do you think it should go more into the purple direction? I'll actually get something to drink real quick. In case you're wondering, I'm keeping that glass back there for safety measurements, as a safety measurement. When is it perfect for this game? Then it's perfect for this game? I'm lacking the context there, it seems. Oh yeah, this more reddish one probably works a little better for this style. Or what do you think? Here we have the red version. This one is just too bright. Can delete that one. This one looks pretty good to me. This animation drives me crazy. And then it's perfect for this game. Right. Right. I don't know, this fragmented one here isn't super bad either. The opacity is 88. Thanks for doing the math actually. I'm afraid this won't quite work out because there's a ton of post-processing on the image, so even if I get the color right, it will probably look a lot different. There's so much post-processing on the game. I'll show you if I turn the post-processing off. Maybe we can figure it out if the post-processing is off. No, we can't because we don't have the original anymore. But this is how it looks without post-processing. Yeah, by the way, some of you questioned my ability to complete this level because I failed so many times in the other videos, but let me tell you, I'm a pro by now. I can beat this first try. You wanna see it? Let me show you how you beat that level real quick. Where's my second? Here's it. Okay. Obviously, you need the correct gear, otherwise you can't really beat it. But let me show you how easy this is. Only problem is the game crashes when you complete the level, so that's a bit of a problem. Oh yeah, here we go. See, first try. What did I tell you? Super easy. Error. Actually, that should probably what the AI says when you complete the level. I super like that. The AI doesn't expect that, so whenever you beat it, it's just like error. What happened? Yeah, of course the game crashes because I'm just working on level 1. The other way levels aren't supposed to work yet. This is tough. This is tough. I want a little more color in the AI. And also maybe we should try this one as well because I really like this one as well. So how do we do that? Yeah, let's just paint on that one. Maybe we are lucky and we hit some good colors. We'll see. Then here in the center of the eye, I probably want some white. No, not like that. Okay. I think that could work, but we'll see. A little bit of yellow here and there. Let's just try this. Let's just give it a shot. Da, 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 da. Import sprite. Okay. Let me select that one. And then obviously we have to make it white, otherwise the colors will get super messed up. So I'm actually really curious how that will look. Putting the eyes closer to the mouth, you mean? I guess I have to merge this. Oh, that's actually not bad. Good idea. Looks pretty crazy. Okay, but let's try this one first. Let's have a look. There's something missing. Why don't you say anything? Yeah. Yeah, what do you think about that? Really, this animation, just stop it. This is definitely not the way I will animate this. It looks super crappy. Now if we imagine that the eyes follow the snail. Oh, that could be pretty fun, right? If the eyes just follow the snail right here. Guess we can try that, because that feature is already in the game. Hoo hoo hoo. Let's try the other one really quick. No, sorry. Import. I really like that one. Stub. STAWP. Don't get it, sorry. Yeah, I feel like this one would probably work better if we put it in front of everything else. I think for the background, the stretched out one was a little better. Or maybe it can just be different from level to level, but I think for this level the stretched out one works better. Let's try putting it in the foreground though. Give up, you will never make it. Thanks for blocking my side, AI face. Let's screenshot this. Pew. I mean, it looks crazy, we can't deny that. Okay. Yeah, I got a little bit of a problem because I merged this layer, but I kind of need the single parts now. I guess we'll do it again. No, what are you doing? So in terms of color, did it work correctly? Not really. Looks, yeah, no. We'll see about the color. We'll try to bring in a little more yellow this time. So maybe just something like that for the background. So there's a little bit of color variation, and then for the foreground we do the eyes. So should it look like at you like this? Or like this? How do the eyes of an AI look like? I will never let you see where I am jumping. Maybe in the later levels. Maybe it always moves in front of your snail or something. Okay, let's just try something like this. And then put some white behind that, because the white obviously needs to move as well if the eyes move. That's too much. Also, I'm afraid they're overlapping. They're not allowed to do that. Oh shit, the white is really large. Let's just do a separate layer. Let's do 50 or 51. Okay. Now we need to separate all of this. How do we do that? Here we got the mouth. Then let's get an eye. Let's get the other eye. Let's get the other eye. Let's move them up here so we can find them. Now we need How do you paste stuff without moving it? Let's just duplicate the layer, and then I'll remove one eye on this layer and one eye on this layer. Easy. Now this white belongs to this eye, so we'll merge those two. Merge, and this belongs to this white, so we will merge those two. And I think now we have all the parts we need. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. Hey, good pixels! We already listened to the awesome music you made. You missed that, but you can rewatch it later, I think. The live stream will be up on the channel for a while. So this is I1. Then here is I2. By the way, if this is too silent for you, just turn on some music. The stream doesn't have music, but if you want to listen to music, just listen to your own music. That's always a good solution, because then you can listen whatever the hell you want and I don't need to worry about it. No, why do I always click open? This is I number 2. Really, can you go back in a live stream while the stream is still running? I don't think that's possible. No, why do I always press open? Save. By the way, how are these things called in English? Pupils or something like that, right? I'll just call them however I want. PNG. Ah, it's a YouTube stream feature. Have I toggled that off? I don't think I have toggled anything off. Pupils 01. Yeah, exporting sprites. You definitely don't want to miss anything there. Good pixels. That's super exciting stuff. But what's actually going to be exciting is when we have that in-game and the AI can follow you with the eyes. That will be interesting how that looks. Pupils 02. Let's save that one as well. And I hope that's all of them. And now what I basically hope I can do is I hope I can bring back this AI representation we have right here, because this already has all of the functionality that I want. So let's hope we can do that. All right, we have, where's the AI? How are these objects called? Object AI eye and object AI mouth. Ah yeah, here they are. Let's start with the eye. We'll just pick the eye sprite that we haven't imported yet. Here we have I1. Import AI2. Now we need the pupils. Import AI pupil 1. I need to put the center into the center here as well. That can't hurt. But the pupil 2. Perfect. Now we only need the mouth. I love importing stuff. It's so much fun. Yay, my favorite activity. Right after cleaning up my project. So here we have the eye sprite. Let's turn that to visible. And for the pupil sprite, we just use AI pupil 1. Why doesn't he know that? Because I wrote it with 2L, right? Huh. Do you write that with 1L or with 2L? Does that word even exist, pupil? I have absolutely no idea. Yay for importing! I hope I don't rage while developing this game. Stupid rage games. Looks promising. Okay. Maybe we can switch out the mouth real quick as well. And I have absolutely no idea how that will look now. And as you can see, I just disabled the visibility, and that's why we weren't able to see it. So let's just tick that. And then everything should already be working in theory. And the mouth will probably not quite work correctly because I think I have different sprites for the mouth. I imagine when the AI starts talking, yeah, it will have the wrong sprite, but let's just see what happens. A pupil. But how do you call the inside from... Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god. Oh, they're changing colors. I forgot about that. Oh my god, that looks... I don't know, horrible and amazing at once. The mouth is at the wrong position because I didn't set the center for the mouth. It's like, what the hell is happening? This is great. Yeah, The eyes, the let me Google that. Otherwise I'll keep saying it wrong. It's called pupil, but how do you pronounce it?
Pupil.
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 Pupil. Pupil. What about this one?
Pupil. Pupil.
Great. They sound exactly the same. Stupid language. It should be more in the background. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Maybe we can stop it from changing the color real quick. And then the pupils need to be a little further outside. Nice. Let's have a look. Okay, now I actually feel like it's looking at me. Except when I'm right in front of the eye, then it doesn't really follow me correctly. But when I'm outside of the eye, it follows me quite well. The stupid small mouth looks super dumb. Can't even see myself when I'm in front of the AI face. Oh, that's because it is in the foreground. Oopsie. I wanted it to be in the background, of course. It should be more in the background. Yeah, you are absolutely right. No, that's too much on the background. What the hell? Okay, now at the very least I can see myself when I'm in front of the eyes. It looks so cute like this. Looks way too friendly. Hope the other mouth changes that. So for now, let's just stop it from changing the sprite right there. Let's also stop it from changing the color right there. Okay. What do you think? I like the shiny look it has to it. I think the mouth probably needs to be a lot brighter, or the eyes need to be a lot darker. One of the two. It looks like a baby with the two teeth. Yeah, good point. Maybe we should make it look a little meaner. Doesn't really look that mean, right? This one looks a lot meaner for some reason. This one looks really friendly. Why is that? They're almost the same. Mean, friendly, mean, friendly, mean, friendly. This one just wants to protect you. Yeah, I really love the eyes as well. The mouth is Yeah, maybe a little crazier. No, this one couldn't hurt a fly. Come on, so cute. And are you enjoying the stream? I'm trying really hard right now. I'm turning on and off the screenshot right here. We got really far so far. We're already 1.5 hours into the stream. Still 11 people watching. Congratulations, you made it. Half the way through the stream. Ha! Should we try to change the mouth or should we try to change the eyes? I think the eyes, we should probably keep the eyes like they are and try to keep changing the mouth a little bit. Maybe we can also try to reposition the eyes a little bit. Maybe that would help as well. I mean, what if we do something like this, for example? Oh, this is cute as well. So my #1 tip is, if you're working on the art for your game, definitely have some sort of program open where you can just paste in screenshots and compare them. Because if you, sometimes it's really hard to tell if you actually improved something when you can't compare it properly. It's still hard to tell, but it makes it a lot easier this way. This looks even cuter. Oh my god, it's so cute.
Do you want to be my friend?
I mean, maybe that could be funny as well if it looks super friendly and then it absolutely murders you. Mad Programmer. Yeah, that had a similar concept, that's right. But in Mad Programmer, you were actually not fighting. I don't think you were fighting an AI. You were basically fighting the programmer of the game. Evil eyebrows, maybe. Let's try that. Something like that? Nah. Now it looks really... That looks too mean. I mean, yes, it looks mean, but actually now that I see it, I think I just wanted to look a little more crazy, not necessarily more mean. I'm an artist. Did you know that? Reminds you of Mad Programmer. Mad Programmer, Mad Programmer! I just keep making the same game over and over again. I'm trapped in a loop. Yeah, it probably comes from the fact that I'm pretty fascinated by AI. I'm definitely an AI enthusiast. It's pretty crazy what's going on in the AI space at the moment. I actually have a playlist about that, so if you're interested, you can check that out. I collected a couple of videos about that. It's pretty hard to tell where all of the AI stuff is going, but I think it's a pretty relevant subject, and it will probably stay relevant for quite a while. So not the worst idea to make a game that covers that topic. This is a little bit better because this doesn't look super mean. It looks more like it's pretty eager to kill you. Oh, but this is so cute as well. Oh my god. I just want to hug it. Sorry, I'm going a little bit crazy. Mad Programmer, Will You Snail? I'm an artist. Maybe you should try making the eyes a little darker instead of making the mouth brighter. I'm not really sure. I mean, this is how a bright mouth would look like. Doesn't look horrible. It's probably a little bit distracting from the gameplay though. I really don't know what to do. Until I come up with something, I'll just fix the eyes so they follow you correctly when you're right in front of them. Let's just fix that. So here is a lot of code. Maybe we can break that up into a couple more lines. Looks a little nicer like this. Makes it easier to solve the problem. So we have the eye direction here already. Let's also get the distance to the player with point distance. X, Y. Object player dot Y. And then can just say, oh, why I dist, and then we just say idist equals clamp idist, and we just clamp it from 0 to 80. Maybe we multiply it with 0.75 or something like that. And that's what goes into the length variable here. Oh, that was way too easy. Now I have to deal with the real problems again. What a pity. Yeah, it works. It works. Maybe the eye should lag behind a little bit at the moment. It looks so instant. I mean, okay, an AI doesn't really have that long of a delay time probably, but feels a little unnatural that the eyes of the AI are moving that quickly. The mouth looks a little too much like it was made with paint. Yes, for sure. I guess we'll keep trying stuff with the mouth. I'm not really sure about the teeth, because I feel like that's what makes the AI look that cute as well, kind of. What if there are more than 2 eyes? Let's just play around a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty stupid. So what should we do with the mouth? I'm waiting for suggestions. Till then I'll make the eyes lag behind a little bit. The pupils in the school, you know, they will get a little bit of a delay. And we'll just do that by adding 2 variables. I think you write it with 1 L, right? Pupil want x like 0, pupil want y like 0. And then here we can actually let's call them pupil x and pupil y, and then here we calculate their want position, want x and want y, and then we just need to interpolate that. So we say, oops, pupil x equals pupil want x lerp. Let's just lerp, 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 lerp. And we lerp from to that 0.1. This is way too fast. And those 2 lines should basically just smooth the movement of the eyes out a bit. Did I write pupil? Oh yeah, you looked into the future again. What a wonderful pupil. What's wrong now? Pupil X. I wrote it with 2L again, of course. I hate pupils. I'm starting to rage. Are you realizing? Pupil Y. Pupil 1 Y. What's wrong? Draw line 11. What's wrong in line 11? We have pupil. Ah, pupil. Of course. Let's hope it works. No, come on. Guys, it's time for our ritual. You know what I'm talking about. I'm of course talking about our stream meditation. I want you to all participate in this. Just close your eyes and deeply breathe in. Then breathe out. Of course, you've got to meditate with sunglasses. Otherwise, it doesn't really look cool enough. I'm a very good programmer and I like pupils. I really, really like pupils and I like Game Maker. Okay, I'm ready again. What about you? Perfect. So what's wrong? Draw line 11. Pupil Y. Pupil Y. Pupil Y. Ah, it's a big Y. Fantastic. Or was it? No. Pupil Y. Okay, let's just paste it in here one more time. It's exactly the same. What do you want? I like pupils. I like Game Maker. I like programming. I like making games. Ha, it works. Easy. No, I don't hate pupils. Just pupils. Wait a sec. I hate
pupil.
Here you go. Nice. Look, now the
pupil
are moving a little more nicely. They are have a little softer movement. What's that? Oh no. Almost got it right. Almost. No! Stop it. This is the correct button. They're pronounced exactly the same, okay. Just trying to annoy me then. Oh, the pupils are moving so nicely. Isn't it wonderful? What do we do with the mouth? What do we do with the mouth? Let's just paint a new one and see if it's better. Can you actually get copyright striked for humming a melody, a copyrighted melody? Is that actually a thing? Whistling, sorry, whistling. Don't correct me in the chat, please. Please no. Something like this better, or does it still look too much like paint? I guess, I mean, we can also do one that looks super clean. But that's pretty boring as well most of the time. Or maybe it isn't. We'll see. Is that better? Does that look more clean? Yeah, if the mouth is that massive, it could basically eat you anywhere. As soon as you stomp down there, the AA is just like and you have to restart. Oh, hey, Lawatuzi. Check out his channel. He has a pretty interesting channel as well. And you're planning to get into game development as well, right? Did I get that correctly? At the moment you're doing graphic design? I'm currently trying to give this AI a little bit of a better mouth. This is how the game looks at the moment, and we're pretty happy with the eyes, but the mouth doesn't really fit in, so we're thinking what to do with it. If you have any ideas. As a graphic designer, maybe you can help me. Yeah, but I think I'll try something like this. Maybe we can make it look a little less clean, because this looks a little bit too clean for my taste. If the level elements form the mouth. Yeah, that would be interesting as well. So would you fill in a shape like this to make it a little more obvious? Just doing this very roughly, like this. So maybe something like this, if the level has a little bit of a better shape. Could work actually. I'm not that sure if I can do that in every level, because there's obviously more than one level. Oh, you played that on piano. Is it hard to play? I guess there are different versions, right? Probably played the easy version. Admit it. So the mouth would just be another box, and you could walk on the box more or less. So what you're suggesting is more like actually using some of these blocks here maybe to make a mouth, right? Actually, this will be a good mouth. Something like that. Yeah, depends on what I want to do. I guess I wanted to look a little crazy. I wanted to stand out. When I got started today, the game looked like no, that's not the one. Game looked like this, so that's where we started. And I kind of want to keep that nice polished look here, but I want to add an AI representation and a little bit of craziness. And we experimented a little bit with the AI and having it in the background, having it in the foreground. At the moment I think having it in the background is better. Oh, it's so cute. I don't know, this maybe I'm not doing it right yet, but this doesn't really work for me. Oh god. Yeah, maybe I'll try something like that. But if I do it like this, then I think the other eyes need to be a lot cleaner as well, probably. I was just trying to get a little bit of that hand-painted style back in there, but I also don't want to look it like it was painted in paint in 2 minutes. So basically what I'm wondering, how do you get that a little more wobbly hand-painted style without making it look like it was painted in 2 minutes in paint? Maybe investing a little bit more than 2 minutes would be a good idea. Mouth in the negative space, yeah. What's the function of the face? The main selling point of the game is more or less that you play against an AI and the AI tries to kill you. There are no obstacles in the level, but the AI spawns the obstacles in real time and tries to kill you. And then it laughs at you when it manages to kill you. And it says error, error whenever you finish a level, because it can't understand what happened. So it's basically the antagonist you're playing against. You can see if I start moving here, there are these spikes coming out of the ground, and they're basically placed by the AI. And now when it manages to kill me, it will laugh at me. So that's the function. If I do the mouth in the negative space, that means there needs to be a little more negative space. I need this area at the top here as well for the level, for the movement. I can't just remove that negative space, so I would have to put something there in the background. Sounds complicated. Yeah, maybe in general I should probably look at a couple more inspirational sources and not just try to do everything out of my head. That's probably not the worst idea. I think for now we'll try to bring this into the game, and after that we can do other experiments. Mouth 2. I forgot to color it, but whatever. Let's try to reposition the eyes again. Also the mouth jiggles around too much. Shouldn't do that. Yeah, you shouldn't. That's right. Usually you shouldn't do any art for your game before you haven't fully implemented the system. The thing is, this is a vertical slice of the game, so the system for the first level is done. So there won't be any changes to the first level, other than the art style and voice lines and other stuff that doesn't affect the gameplay. So it's totally fine to do some art stuff now, in my opinion. Dep. Let's just take a screenshot. Dep. But the eye positioning looks stupid. Yeah, I don't really feel that mouth either. It looks like a boat. Yeah. Usually it's a very good idea to get the gameplay down first and do the art later. Usually that's the best way to go about it. Completely agree. Sometimes there are really good reasons for doing it in a different way. For example, if you want to get started with marketing, you can't get started with marketing if your game looks like a crappy prototype, or at the very least that makes it a lot harder. So that's one good reason to get started with the art before you have figured out the gameplay. Yeah, I didn't see that. Thank you. You can say a lot with the eyes. A lot, you mean? I'm searching for some inspirational images. Let me see if I can find something. Crazy face, maybe. I don't know what I expected. Kind of like this one. But I don't know if we can do something like this with a cartoony look. But cartoon crazy face. This one's kind of good. Maybe we should try something like this. I was wondering where my stream chat went. Here it is. I moved it. Face illustration. Facial expression illustration. Yeah, I could do that, but I'm definitely looking for something very simplistic, so the reference I found there wasn't that bad, wasn't that far off from what I want to do. It's very hard to focus on programming and reading the chat at the very same time. That's very true. Actually, I think your productivity goes down a lot if you stream and make games at the same time. So if you haven't realized it yet, my goal is definitely not to be super effective at the moment. It's just I want to hang out with you and do a little bit of game development together with you. So that's why I'm streaming this. If I want to be super productive, I'm not streaming, believe me. Okay, let's look up facial expression illustration. Where's my mouse? Oh my god. Okay. There are actually some good ones here as well, I see. I see. I mean, this is already a couple more lines than what I want to do. This already a little bit too much. How about this? And this is more the correct direction, but it's not really crazy enough. But yeah, there are some good ones here. This one's pretty simple. Let me have a look at the one. Yeah, this is so cute. But once again, it doesn't really look like it wants to kill you, right? Ha! Looks a little bit like the creature from Cut the Rope. Well, let's just get that in here as a reference. Okay. Okay, let's try again. I'm actually not sure I can do this in Photoshop. Maybe I need different program. if I want a clean look. Haven't really used Illustrator and Flash in a while. Probably be pretty embarrassing if I try to open that now, so let's keep going with Photoshop and just make a placeholder. If we get something that looks halfway decent, I'll redo it. I'll redo a clean version of it sometime later. Ow! Oh no. Then really round eyes. That kind of overlap. And of course it's looking at the snail. And then with the eyebrows we can probably control how mean it looks. I mean, yeah, I can see that working. Even has those teeth right here. But I'm not sure we need those teeth. Let's just remove the teeth. Doesn't really look like an AI though. So that's another thing. Maybe we should do something that looks more like an AI. How can we make it look more like an AI? That's what I'm wondering. Maybe we should try something that's a little more corners. Also, having my graphic tablet would make this a little easier, but unfortunately I don't have any space for that. Now it looks kind of bored. Why does it look so bored now? Hello, I'm a boring AI in the background. Hey, do you wanna be my friend? Please, please don't hurt me. Ah. Nah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, this one isn't that far off from what I wanted. How do we fix the mouth? I'd even go as far as to say I'm happy with this mouth. Let's just use that mouth, but let's make it look like it wasn't painted in paint in 2 minutes. How do we do that? The belly of a lizard or the forest. Yes. Not a bad idea. But I think that's not what I want to do with that game. I think I like the abstract style a lot. I think restarting with a completely different style would definitely throw me back a lot. Because it took me already a long time to get there. Would probably not be a very wise decision to start something completely new. As I said, it's not a bad idea. It's just a little late for that. How do we fix the mouth? How do we fix the mouth? Beep, 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 beep. Let's actually see if we can find, if I still have Illustrator or Flash or something like that. Can't see it. Illustrator. Let's try our luck. Will it illustrate? And can I still illustrate? It's been a long time since I've used this tool. Better take on my glasses. I don't care, just give me the program. Let's find the sprite. Who cares? Photoshopped image, game art, Will You Snail. Can I just import the one I did? Cool, I have the wrong resolution for my image. Ah! What are you doing, Illustrator? How can I resize the image? Let's just make a new one and make it wider. 2000, please. Okay. There was a nice easy button somewhere. Bildnachzeichner. So now I have a vector graphic of that same sprite, which is already a lot nicer. But I'd like it to be even smoother. How can I do that? Bye, Dark Soon. Thanks for stopping by. You have to wake up early tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye. I think you're probably not missing all that much. Best way to promote your stream. You can use paths and strokes in Photoshop, see? Maybe I should have tried that. Where can I find the paths though? Here, right? They're so hard to see though. Is there any way to make them a little more visible? here anyway to make this smoother. Whatever. I think we can still clean it up. Right. 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 Told you this wasn't a good idea. I haven't worked with vector graphics in a really long time. So yeah, as I've said, this was probably not a good idea. No. I'll give Photoshop one more try. But I can't see the lines. But whatever, maybe we get a nice wiggly look with that. Great. Now what do I do with that path? Can I fill this? Can I use it as a selection? Yeah, right, I could have just redrawn it with a pen. My stream is giving me tech support. That's exactly why I'm streaming. Because I'm too stupid to do it alone. Great, now I have a path that looks like a mouth. Fantastic. Feel like it's time for another meditation. Double click. Double the layer, set as template, then draw over the pen or pencil on new layer. That sounds complicated, but let's try it. So I guess I make a new layer, right? Is there anything like set as template here, or do you mean this brush thingy where I say set as template? I'm not in the mood for this. I don't want to do boring stuff like this on stream. Let's do something more interesting. I'll find a way to fix the mouth. Okay, this is clearly not working. It doesn't even go away. It'll just stay there forever. Here's something. Work path. I can turn it into a mask. That's useful. That looks like nothing. Yeah, that works. That works. Actually, I've been wondering what to do with with the channel. Maybe you can help me with that. Let's just leave it as that with the game development. We're not gonna get any further here. I can't feel it. Let's do something else. So let me bring up my Trello board here, and I'll I'll find a way to fix the mouse in peace and quiet, because now I kind of always have this pressure to entertain you, and what I'm doing is pretty damn boring. Let's not do that. I have here my little YouTube board, because I want to do a little more stuff on YouTube. I'm basically back from Berlin, so I've been working on a big game project there, but now I have a little bit more time, so now I'm kind of working on YouTube and this game in a pretty relaxed mode, kind of doing my holidays, but I'm ready to get back into it sometime soon. That means I'll have a lot more time for YouTube and for working on my game. So the question is, what do we do with the YouTube channel? I think we probably should do more than one video per week. One video per week seems like very little. So I've been thinking a little bit about what we could do with the channel. That's for Illustrator. Sorry. Oh yeah, I'm back again. Right. This is my not my Berlin flat. Didn't you recognize? Oh my god. Oh my god. So it would probably be a good idea to do maybe at the very least 2 videos per week, because if you think about it, 1 video per week is like, that's like, let me think, 42 videos per year. Very complicated math, because you need to multiply 42 with 1, where 2 videos per week is already 80 videos per year. So that already sounds a little more realistic for what I want to do. I'd prefer to do like 100 videos per year, something like that. So 2 to 3 videos is definitely what I want to do. I don't know what what is Fishtail Remastered? That question kind of distracted me. I'm not capable to multitask Fishtail. Let me show you. You'll see a little bit of a dangerous sneak peek there. Let's click on that. That's Fishtail. It's not a game that I haven't released yet, so I'm thinking about remastering it a little bit so it's ready for release. But it's a pretty cool 1v1 multiplayer game, local multiplayer, where basically 2 fish battle each other with 4 different abilities. It has shines with pretty awesome balancing and pretty cool, simple gameplay. It's a pretty good game, so I've been thinking about releasing it, but it would needs a couple of changes. It's basically done, so it wouldn't be that much work. You're basically trying to push the other fish out of the circle here. You can't collect. Both players are more or less trying to collect this snail thingy here, this yellow snail right there. Another snail, I know, it's crazy. The same motives over and over again. It's not really a snail, this undersea creature right here. And you can't collect it while the other player is still in this radius. So you kind of try to smash the other player out of the radius. So it's a little bit like Smash Brothers from top-down perspective, and then you need to collect it. And if you collect it, you get a random upgrade for one of your abilities. And then you just keep fighting, and the first player who runs out of health loses. I really like this game. It's pretty good. But I created it with an older version of Game Maker, so I would have to port it over. Yeah, there you can see I basically exported a lot of the balancing data from the playtests, and then compared how much damage the abilities dealt. And so it really has pretty good balancing and gameplay. It's pretty cool. Right. But let's get back to the YouTube videos. So basically what I'm doing at the moment is one quality video every Saturday, right? No, it's not even Saturday, it's Sunday. And I'm thinking about adding a couple more medium or low effort videos, because making these qualities videos as I do at the moment takes a lot of time. Awesome sounds, thank you! Ah, you posted the first devlog for your game. I'll check that out later. Or do you mind if we check it out on stream? We can do that as well, if you're fine with that. (42 times 2 is 80. That's right. It's programmer math. It's too high for you. Sorry. The game is fun. The problem with local multiplayer games is that almost nobody is interested in playing or buying them, because you always need a friend over at your house to play them. So basically, if you want multiplayer games to work properly, you need online multiplayer. Local multiplayer just doesn't really cut it nowadays, on PC that is. Maybe on consoles or on the Switch you have a little better cards, but local multiplayer on PC is just not a thing. So let me see which ideas for video formats I have, and you can tell me which ones you like, and maybe we can take some of them into the schedule. Stream day. So, I mean, shall we do weekly streams? I'm not really that sure about it. If you like them, we'll do them. Maybe, I mean, I'll definitely stream a little more often, but I'm thinking, at the moment, I'm thinking maybe once a month, something like that. Development day is something I probably want to put into my schedule, so we can have one video per week that is just about the games I'm developing. And then we can have the quality, the highly edited, highly researched video about some other. Okay, highly researched might be a little bit exaggerated, but you know, the videos I'm doing at the moment can be about game development advice, and then I can have a separate slot in the week for my own games and for my own devlogs and stuff like that. So putting that somewhere in there would probably be a good idea. Then we already have a little bit of a nicer balance between devlogs and other game development related advice. So already pretty sure those two will be in the schedule, but I know maybe there's place for one or two more. For example, basic question day. I'm thinking about answering some very basic game development questions, like how long does it take to make a game, how expensive is it to make a game, just to cover some of these keywords. But maybe I can do that with quality videos as well. Not sure if I need a special slot for that. I'm also thinking about just interviewing more people from the community and from the games industry. I don't know how many game developers I already have in my community that would be interested in that. I'm thinking a little bit like the Jonas Plays Your Game series, but while talking to the actual developers, talking about what they're struggling with, getting a little bit of an insight into their development process. Problem obviously is you need to find people that work on games and that are willing to share all of that stuff. By the way, if you are in that situation and you want to do a little collaboration or something like that, definitely reach out to me. I'm super open about that sort of stuff. Stream day. Epic short day. Not really sure what I want to do with that. Guess I'm more or less stealing Tim Ruswick's format. How was it called? Monday. Irgendwas Monday. Something. Research day. Oh my god, this is something I would absolutely love to do, but it would definitely take an entire day. So it would be something like researching a new topic, maybe researching how to build a certain kind of AI and turning that into a video. So just learning something I myself am interested in and turning that into a video. I'd really like to do that, but it would cost a lot of time, I guess. Not exactly for recording the video, I mean that as well, but also for all of the research and for the learning that I would have to do before that. Oh, motivation day. Then we have Q&A day. Do you need weekly motivation videos? What do you think? I think I'm a very motivating person, right? Let me try. Okay, look me in the eyes, okay? I will motivate you. You are a beautiful person. Because you are watching a beautiful stream with a beautiful person. You are not crazy. Okay, you are a little bit crazy because you're watching this, but you are a good person and good persons do good stuff, okay? Can you feel the motivation already cycling through your body? Yes. That's right. So do you want a daily dose of that? Weekly dose? Cooking day. I think I'd like to make it about game development. Maybe we can do game development cooking. But I've tried doing something like that with my pizza vlog and that didn't turn out super great. Probably because it was a little bit of a low effort video and I didn't put that much time into it. Maybe cooking plus game development could work. I can give it another shot. Let's write that down somewhere. Cooking plus game dev experiment. Do you have an experiment tag? No. Okay, whatever. We'll give that a shot, another one. Cooking art, gotta check that out. Thanks for the tip. A cooking game. No, I don't want to start another game. I already have 3 game projects that I need to finish. The university project, Will You Snail and Oversnova, they're okay. The university project is done, but I still need to release it. 3 is enough. I'll not start another one. Cooking mama. Okay. Cooking papa as well. Yeah, then we have, of course, Q&A day. I'm not sure if you have enough questions to do a Q&A every week. Vlog day. What else do we have? Discussion day with, because there are sometimes I have these topics that I'd like to discuss with you, but sometimes I don't. So that's a little bit the problem with all of the other formats. They're kind of alright, but I don't know if I really want to do them every week. Definitely want to try to get another one in there. If you can't come up with anything, I'll do a stream day. Yeah, I'm basically thinking about my YouTube schedule once I get back into it, because I'll have a little more time now that I don't work on the university project anymore. And I want to do a little more videos than just one a week. I think going back to daily is probably not a good idea, because I want to actually do some game development as well. And if I do daily videos, game development's not gonna happen. But 3 per week would be pretty cool. And I already settled on doing one game development video on Sunday. The ones I'm doing right now, more or less, about whatever. and then doing one devlog somewhere here in the middle of the week probably. So let's just put the motivation video in there or the cooking video. I'm not really sure. Maybe we don't even need to settle that now. Just wanted to see if you have any ideas or preferences. Ah, here I have some video ideas, right? Ah, yeah, there's a card game that I wanted to play. Will You Snail art and polishing? Huh. No. Already did that, I think. Ovusnova polishing. Oh yeah, polishing challenge will be a cool one. Not gonna tell you what that is. Regular YouTubers don't make games. I think I read this somewhere on Reddit. Someone I posted one of my videos there, and one of the only responses I got was regular YouTubers don't make games. Maybe that got me a little bit, I've gotta admit. But not too worried about that. Just wanted to say there are plenty of YouTubers that make games. For example, yeah, that's right, there are none. Thin Matrix is one, then Tim Roswick, obviously, me, and there are a lot of other ones. But yeah, honestly, I haven't seen a lot of them finish their games either. Law Watusi has published his first devlog, or at least he wrote that earlier. Guess we wanted to check that out. Are you still here, Mr. Law Watusi? Then we can have a little look, have a little chat about your first devlog. That would be fun. Oh, I didn't realize I'm still on my face all the time. I wanted to show you this stuff right here, right? Guess I forgot to turn it back to this view. I think it's better if you write in English, because then everybody can read it, but obviously I understand German as well. So whatever you like, more or less. Yeah, what he meant is regular YouTubers don't make real games, right? So of course there are YouTubers that make games. What he was trying to say is that they don't finish them, or that they're all garbage or something like that. So Law Watusi, let's check out your video. Okay. Can I click on your name? No. Okay, let's just. Oh no, great. I closed the tab. Now I can't see the live chat anymore. I'm a professional YouTuber. Sorry, we'll be back in a sec. I'll just click on live stream. Okay, now I can see the chat again. Yeah, cool. We can have a look at your video and give you feedback. Now let's have a look at the okay, here we go. So this is Watusi's channel. Law Watusi. What's your surname, by the way? Is it Law or is it Watusi? Cool. Indie Dev Week.
Using Playmaker and C#.
So I like the intro. I had it in my head the last time I watched a couple of your videos. I had this melody in the head the entire day. That was kind of annoying, but I guess that's also what you want when you make an intro. then you show a little clip before the intro, which I think is a good idea because you didn't do that in the other videos, and you also professional content here. Are you still seeing what I'm doing? The stream looks like it's broken, honestly. No, it's not broken. I just need to click on play. Okay, that makes sense. Professional content here. Yes. I have very professional content. So now I can finally see my stream again. Okay.
Using Playmaker and C#.
What is Playmaker?
It's Friday, and that means it's gonna be game development vlog day. I'm working on a game which is still untitled.
Oh.
For now, I'm gonna...
Oh, that looks pretty nice. Do you have a schedule as well? Working... Sounds like it. So working on a game once a week? This looks pretty neat. Pretty cool style.
Code name it Voxel Adventure.
So the first thing was I found Magical Voxel, this 3D modeling program where you model just by drawing these little cubes, or like sort of like 3D pixels, and you sort of do 3D pixel art. And
Cool. That looks like that mobile game. You know? No, mobile game I'm talking about. How's it called?
3D pixel art. And there was these cool 3D voxel environments that I've seen on the internet, and I decided that I wanted to sort of practice and try to do something like those. So I made this building. Now, this building, it's not amazing, but I was pretty proud of it, and I thought it was pretty cool. And I made this and a couple of others.
It's pretty good.
And then I thought, hey, it would be cool to see these in Unity with a little bit of lighting and animation. So I put them in Unity, added a little bit of lighting, and shared it on Facebook, and people thought it was pretty cool. Then I thought, you know what? What if there was a character that could run around in this environment and actually explore and interact? And that was when I first had the inklings of making a game. I also wanted to try out seeing how easy it would be to animate a character built in Magical Voxel, so I created this character, and he's called The Person. And I think I'm probably going to keep this name. I don't know why, but I just like the character just being called The Person.
The person is walking through the voxel city. So you're starting with once a week? Yeah, I guess that's fine to get some progress in there. If you're consistent, you can totally make a game if you make it once a week. Totally works. So I think it would be pretty interesting to see the retention graph of this video. I think it's probably pretty high here in the beginning. I'm thinking it probably drops here in this area because we don't see a lot of interesting footage. I mean, it's interesting what you're talking about, and it's an interesting project. I just feel like it's stretched out a little bit too long for my personal taste. I have a very short attention span, as you might have figured out. I'm an average YouTube consumer. I can't pay attention for that long.
So I created this little skull. I built another little...
What was that? Yeah.
I built walk around. I built another little environment, and I
Nice.
used some YouTube tutorials to program a little bit of dialogue system and inventory
The environments look really nice. Definitely dig the style of this game.
system so that I could pick things up and examine things. And then, nothing. I abandoned the project for a couple months because I was working, doing other game development projects involving teams, and I forgot about the project for a while.
Then I saw something that inspired me.
I saw a YouTube video about the creator of Ooblets, a game I had been following a little while, and I knew that this game had
So that's nice that you're cutting in some different footage here. I like that you're cutting in
creator of Ooblets inspired me. I saw a
a little bit of yourself there.
YouTube video about the creator of Ooblets, a game I had been following a little while, and I knew
This screenshot right here is not really
that this game had
interesting enough to look at it for that long, in my opinion. Sometimes what helps is animating a little bit, so what you're doing there, that little zoom, helps a little bit, I guess.
basically been made by a single person, but this little breakdown on this YouTube video really inspired me. It made me feel like, you know what, maybe what I need to do is to hunker down and just make my own game first before I go try to do anything more. Before I try to do anything more ambitious. So I decided to go back and start fresh. So I made a new Unity project, I deleted everything, and I decided to start off
Nice, I really dig the music as well. But once again, you're talking really slowly and we've already seen that footage, so.
by thinking of an idea for this game.
The game is going to be an RPG adventure-like exploration type thing where you're a person who's in an alternate universe, and it's going to be based on this book.
The Kabbalion is a book about Hermetic philosophy. It basically breaks down the way the universe works, and it's just a really interesting, magical, philosophical, occultist kind of book that covers all kinds of interesting, semi-psychedelic concepts. This sort of subject matter is the kind of thing that I'm really into.
Also, I think this is one of the mistakes I make a lot with my YouTube videos as well. It's the show don't tell principle, where you where you tell something like yeah, there's a really interesting book about this and that, but you don't really follow it up with an example. I think this is something I do a lot as well, where I say, okay, usually when you make games, this and that is a problem, but then I don't end up giving an example. So it would be interesting to hear an example of that book that maybe illustrates the point you made, instead of just hearing the abstract concepts that the book is about.
And it's the sort of thing that gets me excited to make a game about it. So the first thing I wanted to do was get the core mechanic.
By the way, not judging your video here. You put out a lot of great content, and I know that if you have a busy day, you just want to get some videos out there. I think that's a great approach as well. Not every video needs to be perfect. So just telling you what my thoughts are, and do with that feedback whatever you want.
Mechanics down. So I started with player movement, and so the person can just run around like normal, pretty normal stuff. And the thing about this game is that the person is a lost soul who has no power of his own, and he's followed around by this magic book, and the book is what you use to attack and use abilities. And so you use the right analog stick to rotate the book, and it's able to also shoot. Right now I programmed just a basic ability system with one ability.
That's a pretty cool mechanic. I haven't seen that before, so Hey, Jeremy, Manny, there's still new folks joining the stream or what? No, you were here before. No, you're new. Cool. Hi. We're watching a video from Law Watusi and trying to give him feedback.
Ability that allows it to just shoot, and I'm thinking the abilities are going to be based on the 7 hermetic principles that can be found in the Kabbalion. Then I programmed using Playmaker and C#.
That's nice. I like that. That's my humor.
Door system where you can touch a switch and the door will open, and I'm hoping that I can just replace the model in the prefab later on and make my own doors, and this will be the main way of moving from level to level in the game. There's a collider box that when you touch it, it loads the next scene, and I have a couple different types of these for locked doors and unlocked doors.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. If you want to improve this, you could obviously just edit this a little more. I mean, you can either just edit the footage you have right here, maybe zoom in a little bit or something like that, or also just adding other footage like of you talking, that helps as well. But I think that's pretty obvious. If you manage to mix it up a little more, it obviously gets more interesting to watch. Because the longer you have to look at something, the less interesting it gets. And every time you make a cut, you need a while to figure out what you're seeing, and while you're trying to figure out what you're seeing, you're not bored. So I think that's more or less the reason why having a lot of edits or a lot of cuts in your videos is pretty useful.
After that, one night I felt like getting down the workflow for the artwork, so I build a level in Unity using some basic to scale placeholder models, just some cubes, and I put them into Unity, and then I went into Blender, and just as a test I modified one of them. I modified a floor tile, and then I saw that I was able to export the FBX straight into Unity and see it update.
That's nice, yeah. I'm interested because I'm seeing something new. Blender.
In real time. So now I'll be able to just build levels as I go and update the artwork as I like.
Nice.
And also want to mention that I'm using a grid system, and this is really helping a lot with being able to build out levels fairly quickly.
Looks pretty good.
So I got a little bit carried away, and
there was a little bit of a long talking break. I mean, it's always tough. It's tough to get the talking speed right, but it's definitely one of the main points that makes or breaks your videos. If you talk too quickly, of course, it gets a little annoying as well. But if you talk too slowly and make too many breaks, that's a big turn down. So just as an experiment, let's try to watch that with double speed. If it sounds fine with double speed, then you're probably talking too slowly.
And then I went into Blender, and just as a test, I modified one of them. I modified a floor tile, and then I saw that I was able to export the FBX straight into Unity and see it update in real time. So now I'll be able to just build levels as I go and update the artwork as I like. And also want to mention that I'm using a grid system, and this is really helping a lot with being able to build out levels really quickly. So I got a little bit carried away and actually started building the first level. The levels I think will be based on both the 7 hermetic principles and the 7 chakras of the body, and so the color styles and the abilities and the types of energy.
Okay, it's getting a little bit too fast maybe to follow along, but at some parts it was working quite well for me.
Enemies will be based on the chakras, and so the first chakra is Muladhara chakra, the root chakra, so the color of that is red, so I'm going to be using red colors, and when I use sound I'll probably be using like stuff in the tune of C and stuff like that.
And I know I mean here it's fine that you stay with that image a little bit longer and you don't talk over it, because this is a nice shot, and I don't get bored of that image that quickly, if you know what I mean. Let's read next time. Okay.
So that's pretty much it for now. This is the first week of devlog. I hope that next week I'm gonna have some more interesting developments for the game. And I'm excited. This is the most committed and determined I felt toward a project like this. And I'm determined to keep it scalable and to keep it something that this single person can finish. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, notification.
By the way, I really like this vlog style in your videos. It's pretty hypnotizing. I don't know, there's something about your face that, I don't know if that sounds wrong, or I just can't express myself that well in English because it's not my native language, but I think it's interesting to watch it, so wouldn't mind a little bit more of that in the video.
And hopefully...
Okay, the video's over. So hope you got a little bit out of that. You definitely got a like. And maybe some of you hop over if you want to see more from Lower to Z. Which kinds of videos have you made in the past? I mean, you're just like me, you're just documenting your journey through life, more or less, right? And you're getting started with game development. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you can hop over to his channel. Cool. And I think that's more or less it for the stream, unless we find anything else to do. I mean, we could play the game again. I could once again play this to the end. Let's do a little Q&A. If you have any questions, now's the time to post them. And till you're ready, I'll just beat the game one more time. Oh damn, that didn't work out. Boing, 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 boing. Okay, here we go. Easy. Yeah, hope you enjoyed hanging out a little bit. Hope it wasn't horrible. The only part that was really horrible was the part where I tried to paint a good mouth. That's where we lost the most viewers. So yeah, as I've said, there will be a very cool video tomorrow, a collaboration with Tim Ruswick, both on Tim's channel as well as on my channel. We recorded about 2 hours of footage, so 1 hour for my channel, 1 hour for his channel. It was actually pretty interesting to do that because I was so nervous. Luckily, Tim did most of the talking. On his channel, we recorded a video about his upcoming game, Philophobia. I basically interviewed him about his game, Philophobia. And on my channel, we talk about Tim's favorite subject, which is finishing games, how you finish your games. And more specifically about the top 10 reasons why I've quit game projects in the past. So I've told Tim about the reasons why I've abandoned a lot of my game projects in the past. And we kind of discussed that. So both of those videos will hopefully be kind of interesting. Just recording the entire thing was so nerve-wracking because, yeah, Tim has a pretty big channel. I didn't want to, I wanted to keep up with his professionalism, and as you can see here, I'm not quite there yet. No, I'm not, but I'm trying to get there. My English isn't that good, so during the recording, I keep saying a lot of weird and messy stuff. Some parts of the interview are pretty cringy and embarrassing, unfortunately. But the rest of, I hope for the most part they turned out fine. Did you snail? Good question. No. I beat the level. I didn't snail. I snailed at drawing a good mouth for the AI. To snail or not to snail? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the first snail compilations of this game. It's gonna be awesome. Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams! Ah yeah, Lawatuzi, thanks for letting me have a look at your video. Hope it was helpful for you. If it was, I'm very happy. I think one of the videos where I managed to pull all of that off quite well, all the things I just talked about, is the game art video. So if you wanna have a look at that, you can just go to my channel and watch the video about how to do game art when you can't. Because in that video I do a lot of cuts and a lot of edits, and I constantly break the pattern, and that keeps it pretty interesting. Makes it pretty interesting to watch all the way through the video. So that's more or less the best case scenario, something like that. Wow, you have a mouthful of work to do. Very happy I was more intelligent enough to understand that one. It's always embarrassing when there are jokes like that, and I'm like, then I pretend like it's funny, even though I don't understand what the joke was. This is a pattern. 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 Yeah, you can also watch the pattern break video I made a while back. It's probably on one of the more cringy videos of this channel. One of the cringier videos for sure. But it still holds some truth, I think. If you want to keep people's attention, pattern breaks are pretty much the best thing you can do, because their brain has to recalibrate, adapt, and understand the new situation, and that stops people from getting bored. So if you want to keep people interested, pattern break, pattern break, pattern break, and at the same time, if you provide some sort of different value other than stopping them from getting bored, that obviously helps as well. So if you either manage to keep them entertained, or if you manage to provide some useful information for them. That's, I guess, my tips for how to create a good YouTube video. Pattern break and provide value. Easy. There you go. Yes, it's cringy, but it's funny. Okay. At the very least, it's funny. Guess I need to put it on private, on unlisted, so nobody can watch it anymore. I did that on my old channel. Everything that was too cringy got deleted. All right, only 6 people watching, so everybody's already gone to sleep. Any finishing words? Any last questions? Otherwise, I will just disappear. Some kind of cringe. There are 4 kinds of cringe. Yeah, this is a good way to end the stream. We'll end it with the song. As soon as the song is over, I'll be gone. Hope you all have a good night, sleepy. And this was the Will You Snail dev stream, where I tried to make us an AI representation, and we got a little further, you know. But honestly, in the stream, you usually get all that much done because you're too distracted. But I hope it was fun anyway. Shit happens, of course. especially if it's live, right? Sometimes that's just like it is. If you make games, sometimes you get stuck and things don't work out the way you want them to. Happens every other day, basically. Right. So good pixels. If you want, yeah, tell us where we can find your music stream. I already forgot about that one. Break the pattern. Cool. So, we'll sign out. Let's stop being cringy. Thanks for joining the stream. Was a pleasure.